I'm not exactly sure what that code is, so that's why I'm copy pasting it. So basically here we're looking for the player transform that we just wrote up here. Then we have our public game object number 1 and public game object number 2. And pretty soon you're gonna see what those are about. And we have a random range hint that's called chance, and it's equal to a random range from 1 to 2. So now after this we need to say that we want the conversation bubble we just solved. Like, let's just import it here. There we go. We have positive, we have negative. Now I'm just gonna wait, what? Yeah. I'm just gonna drop them here, set them up right above the robot, like we did with the other character. And set them to inactive. There we go. Now we're gonna set them to active in the script only when the player is close enough, and only in a certain other condition, like if chance is equal to 1. The robot is gonna display one speech bubble number 1, that's gonna be a robot positive 1, this game object, and if we get the random range 2, the robot is gonna display the second speech bubble, robot negative 1. So how do we do this? We go here into the update and we say if what was it? Grab it from here. If the player is not known, that means if there is a player object within the game. Remember, we were looking for the player here. Let's just grab the whole thing, put it in here. So what does this mean? This means that if the player is not known and he is closer than the distance, and the distance is a float that I forgot to set, so let me just set it real quick. Public float distance. There you go. You can now set it from within the editor anyways. Come on. Seriously? Sorry. It needs to be like this, and then if chance, not if cancel, if chance is equal to 1, then we're gonna say, now remember this game object, robot pos 1 dot set active set to true. So if the player is close enough and if the random range is let me just rethink this real quick. I probably didn't paste something. No, wait, what? This shouldn't exist, yeah. The distance thing was blowing correct before I did that. Anyways, so if the player is close enough and random chance is equal to 1, remember this is gonna start as soon as the player enters the game. Robot pos 1, remember one of these bubbles that we set negative here, is gonna set itself to true. Become active within the game and the player can see it. Now, if pretty much the same thing, and then chance equals to Wait, what? Yeah, we need another one. That's correct. And now we need two here. And now, if chance is equal to 2, we have to do two things. We have to set robot neg 1 to be active. And we have to set is robot neg equals to true. There we go. Now we have to go to the menu script here. Remember we were doing this one in the previous episode. We have to add, we have the wizard, the old man and the snail. We have to add the robot here. So the player can actually respond to the question that he's gonna be asked within the game. In which case it's gonna be whether he wants to be teleported back to the beginning of the level without losing a life, or risk going into a portal that's supposedly gonna kill him. If he believes, you know, the NPC, that's the idea. Anyways, let's go back into it. So we're gonna say if robot dot is robot neg equals true, and then yes, player answer equals false. Then yes, no panel. This is the player response panel. Dot set active. True. There we go. And time scale is equal to 0. Let's see if it's operating correctly. Let's just everything is being masked, so let's remove the mask. One thing we have to do before that is just go into the inspector and actually set up the game objects. You have to go not into the assets but into the scene, find your game objects, which in my case is robot positive, like I named them in the script so I know and recognize them, and robot negative, and the distance we're gonna set the conversation of in this level is 1.8. That's the distance with the flow distance that we put in. So let's see if it actually works. Actually, is gonna be a bug, but I don't know how to remove it yet. Unfortunately, for some reason, I'm being asked the question twice whether or not to teleport back to the level, but it doesn't matter because neither time. Okay, we got the positive one this time. It's working. Let's see if we get the negative one. And if time will stop, if we do, then the panel will show up. God damn it. I'm just looking. I always get the true portal. I have 1,000 speed at the moment. Okay, let's set it. You know, I am gonna set this for testing purposes only. It's like I can wait for it. There we go. Control and test. And time has stopped. If you can see here on the mini screen, let me just enlarge it a little bit. I'm being asked a question. And do you want to be teleported back? I need to fix this a little bit because he actually doesn't ask the question. I haven't noticed that. If I say yes, It's gonna teleport me to the beginning of the level, and unfortunately the panel is gonna activate itself again. I don't know why that happens. And if I click yes again, like, what? Oh, okay, I think I know what happens. The problem is here in the in-game menu. Let me just I'm going to take a break, be right back. Don't worry, I'm gonna cut this part out. Alright, let's see where the problem here is coming from. Something tells me this is just being played over and over again, so... Huh, let me see something here. I'm gonna put my player next to another NPC that we already did before and see if the problem persists. Damn it, he gave me a positive response. Let me tweak him a little bit. Actually, this one is better. Okay, Snail is already been tweaked, so he's ready for testing. Let's set it up. Move the player over there. There we go. So there is fall damage in the game. Don't be fooled by me not giving a hell if I fall. So we have a yes. Okay, yes. Okay, what? So I'm missing something in the robot script. What am I missing? Not missing anything. Huh.
No, there ain't no stopping us. Fly without boarding pass. Kill and catch me, I'll be moving fast. Call me a shooting star. Let 'em know who you are. Flying up in a bar. Wish on a star. Time to show 'em who's in charge. Call me a shooting star.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I forgot to add something here. And then see robot. Let's see if that's the problem. That is robot neg equals false. Try this. Let's take the player back there.
I said I'm moving too far. Get to class.
It's not this. It's not that. What? Oh man. Red tree? Come on, work. Don't be a bastard. Well, it worked with the bug, but now I have to figure out where the bug is coming from. I have a hunch, but yeah, anyways, this is pretty much the conversation thing. Let me just reset the robot to be... Actually, reset the mode to be range 1 to 3, control and test. Reset range to be 1 to 2, control and test. And this is fine, this is fine. I'm pretty sure I've made a few mistakes writing this particular script, the in-game menu one, but yeah, I'm not gonna delve a lot about it. Anyways, thank you for watching. If there's anything you want to know, like the Unity script in the in-game menu, for example, I didn't explain a lot about what's going on there, but basically we're accessing these scripts, the NPC scripts, to see if their conversation lines are active and if they're negative. And then if they're negative, we activate the response panel, which is the yes and no panel. You can see it here. And well, after that the player has to respond, which gives us yes press or no press. No press sets his player's answer to true, so it just continues to the game. It just continues the game. It sets timescale to 1, and it removes the yes no panel. And then we have the yes click, which teleports you back to the beginning of the level, without losing a life. However, nobody is it's not said that the NPC is not gonna be lying to you. Maybe that's the correct portal, and he's just saying, oh no, that's not the correct portal, go back to the beginning of the level. Anyways, thank you for watching. The next episode is probably gonna be I don't know, maybe probably doing something a little bit on the UI part and some other stuff, and a little bit more on the NPCs. For now, I'm just gonna copy what I wrote in this episode, and for these NPCs on all of my levels. And you know, after that, the game it's an indie game, so it's gonna be pretty much complete. You can actually see all the signs here in the editor. They share pretty much the same type of script the NPC characters share, but simpler. They just display this every time the player is near, and if the player is not near, they actually hide it. Anyways, thank you for watching, guys. See you next time.